All right, everybody, we're talking about Packet 2, the writing for day 3, which tells us that we need to start writing your story on the paper from day 1. All right, so let's take a look at what we did yesterday really fast. Yesterday, we had an introduction that we added our blue paragraph to, the first thing that happened. We added the second thing that happened. We added the third thing that happened. And then we added our conclusion. Now, if you don't have all of this written, now's the time to pause the video and keep going. Or if you have to, stop this video, go back to day 2 and finish out what it is that you're supposed to be doing to get to this point. So if you have not finished your flea map, stop, finish your flea map, or stop, go back to video number 2, watch video number 2 again, and finish your flea map. If you need to finish your flea map today, then you can always watch this video tomorrow, because I'm going to be posting the day 3 video for day 3 and day 4 and day 5. Basically, nothing new at this point. Everything at this point is going to be just turning this into writing. So, at this point, I'm going to assume that everybody who's watching has a finished flea map with an introduction, the first thing that happened, the second thing that happened, the third thing that happened, and a conclusion. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on. This was the page we were given on day 1 of our packet, and this is the page that they want you to go ahead and write your story on. Now, if you find that this is not enough room and you would rather write your story on a different sheet of paper, that's fine. I'm also going to post the assignment for this story in Google Classroom if you would much rather type it out. And then you can do it just like we would have done in class, where you create a new document and type out your story. So it's completely up to you. If you'd rather do it on paper, do it on paper. If you want to type it up, it's going to be one of the links in the day 3 videos for the packet 2. You'll see that there will be an assignment that you can click on to create your story. If I can't create a link within the day 3 videos, it'll be right near the day 3 video. So look for the assignment in Google Classroom if you want to type up your story just like we were doing in class. Here's how I did it. I chose to kind of do a little combination of both. I used the paper, but then I typed up my writing. Really quickly, I want you guys to understand that everything that I've written, I just copied straight off of my flea map, okay? I already did the work, you guys. You've already done the work. Don't create anything new. All I've done was copy everything that I had written, and I just did it like this. Using this part for the introduction, all I did was add, after "Then the falcon spoke, it said it would take me anywhere in the world I wanted to go, so I asked it to take me to Paris, France." Remember, we just added that part new in our green. This would be what I would consider my green paragraph. This is my opening paragraph, right? Where it starts with "one day" and it ends with "Paris, France." Then I went down and started a new paragraph for my blue paragraph, my first thing that happened. I indented, and you'll see, what? Didn't mean to do that. There it is. You'll see this little red arrow showing that I indented. As soon as we got there, I knew I needed to visit the Louvre. "Can you take me to the Louvre?" I asked the falcon. It agreed, and I spent the whole afternoon walking around the most famous museum in the world and looking at the most beautiful art I had ever seen. All right, that was my first paragraph. I just copied it because I had already written it in my flea map. I'm not writing anything new here. Then I went down to the next line, started a new paragraph, and indented again. So the little red arrow shows you that once I was ready to move to my orange paragraph, new line, new indent, makes a new paragraph. After that, I wanted to visit the Eiffel Tower. "Do you want me to take you to the very top?" asked the falcon. I decided to be brave and said yes. At the top I could see for miles. I was also scared out of my wits because it was the highest I had ever been. After about 5 minutes I asked to be taken down to the ground, where I stared up at the tower from the grass. It was amazing. Now I'm ready for my purple paragraph. New line, new indent. So I went down to the next line by hitting enter. I indented by hitting tab and started a new paragraph. For the rest of the day I wanted to go to Disneyland Paris. "I'll come pick you up at 7, said the falcon. So I spent the rest of my day wandering around Disneyland and riding rides I can't ride in California. Without a doubt, my favorite ride was the Ratatouille ride. Who knew it could be so fun?" Now I'm ready for my conclusion. Again, your conclusion, that's your red paragraph, new line, new indentation. So there it is. At 7 o'clock, the falcon swooped down from the sky. I grabbed its talons and hung on tight as we flew back home. It was the most incredible day of my life, and I will never forget my experience. I only wonder if anyone will believe me when I tell them what really happened that day I walked to school. So this is everything that I had written in my flea map. All I've done is typed it out in a 5-paragraph essay format. I have up here my green paragraph, which is what the story actually wrote for me. I didn't have to do anything there except add, so I asked it to take me to Paris, France. Now I've got my blue paragraph, that's the first thing that happened. My orange paragraph for the second thing that happened. My purple paragraph for the third thing that happened. And then my conclusion for the end of my story. Now, your job today and tomorrow and on day 5 is to finish writing your story. You can write it on paper. You can write it on this paper. Or you can click on the link in Google Classroom and type it out if you'd rather have it typed out. I would love to see what you guys have written. I miss your voices and I miss hearing what you guys have to say. So if you want to type it out, I would love that so I could see it. Also, I want you to make sure you have someone else read it. Have a parent or a big brother or a big sister read it, and they can tell you the parts that sound a little funky. When you reread it yourself, listen for things that sound a little funky. I noticed some in my own writing. When we get down here, I think I used the word ride 5 times in 2 sentences. Look, riding, rides, I can't ride. In California, my favorite ride was the Ratatouille ride. I think I need to go back in and figure out a way to fix that and see if I can't avoid using the word ride 5 times so close together. That's what you're looking for when you read your own writing. What can you do to fix the funky parts, the weird parts? Because if it sounds weird to you, believe me, it sounds weird to the rest of us as well. Something needs to be fixed. Have somebody check your work. Look for spelling, capitalization, punctuation, any of those mistakes that need to be fixed. Have somebody check your work. This is all you need to do for the rest of the week. Write your story and check it and make sure it is as good as it possibly can be. So you're going to find that this video shows up on day 4, and this exact same video will show up on day 5. If you've already watched the video, you don't have to watch it again. It's just going to be in there for anybody who's trying to catch up. All right? So good luck on the rest of the week. And again, if you could type your stories, that would be awesome. I would love it. I'd love to see what you guys have written. But you do it your way, whatever works for you. All right, everybody, I'll talk to you later.